holy crap, it looks even better than anything we saw in the photos. Some of you might remember that we added our first Porsche to the garage back in 2025, and that was a 911 Carrera GTS. And that was step one of us starting to build a relationship with a Porsche dealership, because we had a few cars on our list that we wanted to be able to build ourselves. One of those is the Porsche that we just got, which is the 2026 911 GT3. And you cannot spec a Weissach GT3 without making it a manual. That is right. In 2026, it is still possible to order a manual transmission, naturally aspirated car, non-hybrid, from a factory, and that factory is Porsche. It came down from Highland Park, Illinois, and the Porsche Exchange today, and literally just drove it over here to Wolves Den Customs so that it can get PPF. It looks just as good as the dealer has been telling us. We've added another wing to the garage. We love a car with a wing. Now, we did not have a PTS CXX allocation. It still turned out amazing without that. We spec'd our GT3 in Lugano blue and chose to go with a lot of exposed carbon and gold accents. We also decided to go with the Weissach or Weissach package, however you say it, and California gold wheels. As we've mentioned, we also spec'd it with a manual transmission, and we almost didn't do the gold. We almost went with like silver or white, but we are so glad that we went with the gold accents over this Lugano blue, because it looks freaking perfect, and we love the spec on this car. We are working on getting a PTS CXX allocation for a different Porsche in the future, so make sure you subscribe so that you can stay up to date on what that might be. As of the time of this video, we are still in the break-in period, but we do want to share a few first impressions. Let's talk about these carbon fiber bucket seats. They are insanely deep and stiff, which is to be expected. You don't order carbon bucket seats and not expect them to be stiff, but these are crazy deep, especially compared to the STO. So getting in, bear with me, you kind of get in and then, you drop. The other half of a Chick Drives It is approximately 5 feet tall on a good day. With a 3-pedal car, such as this manual 911 Porsche GT3, she wears platform Jordans. Yes, you might say, there are Nike Air Jordans that come in platform. The answer is yes. And she wears those so that she doesn't have to move this seat as on top of the steering wheel as she would have to if she was wearing a lower soled shoe. She wears them whenever she drifts too, over here in the C6. When we first got the GT3, the other half of a Chick Drives It also tested out using this airplane pilot booster seat. It put her forward a little bit more. We have discovered that it is a wee bit too high, and she is nearly touching the ceiling if she sits on this. So we settled for just those shoes. You know it's a race car when it comes with the fire extinguisher. The biggest challenge of these carbon bucket seats might actually be getting out. Obviously, the best part of this car is when you get to drive it to enjoy that flat 6 and those 3 pedals. It actually feels a little bit like adding a unicorn to the garage, because this is such a rare opportunity in 2026 with all of the emissions regulations and the shift toward hybridization and electrification. So to have a naturally aspirated, non-hybrid manual car in the garage is awesome.
Can't go past 5,000 RPMs. Oh man, I would be hitting this so much harder. This does nothing. You're 4 inches from the steering wheel.
We we have thoroughly enjoyed this first 300 miles, and we look forward to bringing you a full review once we hit 1,000.